top scorer with 12 goals.
What's up, my Central Unit Galaxy? It's the Central Man here. Sorry I'm late. I know it was, half-life kickoff. I was falling asleep. Didn't got a chance to watch from the beginning, so we're nearly half-time. So yeah, I'm still watch it. It's my live stream. I can do whatever I want. It's the first time I did a live stream, so put the camera. Anyway, it's the first time I did a live reaction to a football match for months now. So it's nothing much to talk about this match so far. It's still 0-0. Nothing like that. Not really any great moments. Just that it got a little dirty so far, and it's been pissing down. You can see it's raining at Wembley. And yeah, the first football live reaction, me in camera, in face. I haven't done it. Most of the time, I just click off the camera. It just they see a massive picture of my YouTube profile picture. I think the last time I did a live reaction to a in face was about nearly 1 year ago. Leicester Villa.
Thomas to whip it in.
Right. What's that? Is that Sionka?
Two-headed chances for the Turk. He's the danger man. I have to say it's a really tough one for him to work. I think Thiago Silva just as well in the end to put the pressure on him, but I'm not sure there's enough pace on that ball to glance it towards the far post.
Oh, I thought it was deflected by Thiago Silva.
Ends up trying to go for the near post. Got too much on it.
Yeah, nothing to talk about in the first half so far. I still put my money on Chelsea to win it because they got the Champions League final in a fortnight's time.
Fafana. Weather update, the rain has stopped for now. Ndidi. Tielemans. Spaniard. Not a good ball from Albright. Werner's on it now. In between two there to shoot and to pull wide. Another one deflected wide, another Chelsea corner. He's positive, isn't he? He's on the front foot. He's thinking I'm just going to drive at you, Fafana. You're on a yellow. Just dragged it. There was a slight touch, which the referee obviously heard. Was going wide anyway. Just brushed off the underside of Fafana's thigh. Michael Bright in a breather. Sigh of relief. Werner's taking a breather. Hurt still. He gets the ball and he drives on. It's that bit of drift that takes away from defenders. Yeah. Which James takes. He's not kept in. That'll be a goal kick. We've lost Johnny Evans to injury from the game. Timo Werner's not right either for Chelsea.
No, he doesn't seem happy, does he? I think both these coaches set their teams out very well. And I think both will be reasonably happy.
Soyuncu.
The remote was acting up a little bit recently. Anyway.
Jorginho. Torres forced him into reverse to Thiago Silva, and Vardy's done the same to him. It's back with Kepa now.
3 minutes.
Clear, 2 extra minutes added on to the half. Tielemans up towards Vardy. Vardy got a glance. They will have got an offside flag had it gone in.
He's arguably been the best player on the pitch today, Yuri Tielemans. So cool on the ball. Lovely little nick round the corner there. He just picks out his man. First touch, he's onside. Vardy's always on the move. He's always a threat. Just had a little bit too much work to do there, but appreciated the ball. But he's been quality, real class in there for Leicester in this first half.
Vardy's only scored in 1 of his last 16 games. In only 2 of his last 24, but with Vardy and the story that he's written so far in his career, I can't get rid of that feeling that this is his sort of day.
We'll see about that.
That's Pilaqueta.
He's still young, we've got 2 other minutes.
Tielemans with the tackle, but it's going to beat Thomas. Good first half for the 19-year-old.
Click the likes
Confident boy.
and subscribe to the channel.
Thomas and Fofana, who's only 20, 2 of Leicester's other players. Scary. Soyuncu, closed by Kante. It's one of Leicester City's darlings. Soyuncu with the sliding tackle. Chelsea corner. Chelsea were on top at the start of the half, and that's how they want to end it.
Yeah, he's had a lot of action at both ends in this first half, Soyuncu. Have to stand strong now. Big moment for Leicester to finish us half.
That's good. Fletcher got there. It's belted away.
Is it?
By Jamie Vardy
Half-time.
to greet the half-time whistle. No goals at Wembley in the 140th FA Cup final so far. Not a lot of goal-mouth action in truth, but it's
Don't want to talk shit about
the boys in the studio called it before the
I
off.
don't want to talk about it.
Better in the second half. It's Chelsea nil.
Half-time
It's the City nil.
analytics, talking shit for the next 15 minutes.
Yes, it's not one single shot on target in that first half. Jamie Vardy had a couple of sniffs at goal. Chelsea have had a lot of long-range shots, none of them on target, and it's goalless at half-time, Alan.
Yeah, as I said before the game, Gary, I thought it was going to be very cagey, not a lot given away, very tactical. Leicester, I think Tielemans been...
That's it, man. Sorry about that. Fucking remote's been dodgy. And, wow, it's nothing to talk about. Nice. Nothing to talk about. Yeah, I'm not talking about the post-crits. I'm not talking about the, pundits talking shit for the next 15 minutes. It's not. It was a bit boring. Yeah, it's a bit boring in the first half. I still put money on Chelsea to win it. I think Chelsea got a bit of Chelsea's got better players. Yeah, I think the problem with Chelsea, Werner's not scoring the goals. That'll be a good final in the fortnight's time, the Champions League final. City in Chelsea. That'll be good. Ashley Cole, fucking hell, he's there scoring. Record 7 times FA Cup winner. As well. I think it's 3 for Arsenal and 4 for Chelsea. Yeah, it's been he's a legend, man. Ashley Cole. Kind of a little bit stuttering, but I put my money on Chelsea to win. I think they got better players. Leicester, they got good players as well. Vardy is a bit too old. Or Leicester had chances, But yeah, nothing much to talk about in the first half, man. It's been quite a bit. I think it's gonna be a boring final. It's not gonna be like an excited final. What's the last time we've seen an excited final? We haven't saw an excited final for I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe Arsenal Hull from 2014. Besides that, it's must have been like just one-sided. Say it's a one-sided final is a great example, but it's just been okay finals, but not fantastic finals. And also I'm going to do live reactions to not all, but some of the matches of Euro 2020 or Euro 2021. Alan Shearer, good pundit, but Ian Wright, fuck off, he's shit. Ashley Cole, no, I don't. Sometimes I don't like pundits former players as pundits. Sometimes you get good ones, but others you get, one talking shit. Let's change my profile a little bit. For this. 1 second. I don't think I can. 1 second. Nope. That's the wrong one. You see, the FA Cup profile. I'm just waiting for the second half starts. It's just, I hate the pundits sometimes. It's nothing to talk about in this first half. Like I said, it's just like because we haven't got along to the season's finish. We've got about, I think you got two or three more games, and then you got the Champions League finals at the end of the month, and then we got the Euros. Can't wait for the fucking Euros, man. Still second half, and they're doing a pet talk outside of the stadium in the pissing rain. I know it's a little bit boring, but it gets really boring. The first half analysis, in games, and the second half, post halftime analysis. They don't talk about it. There's nothing else to talk about. It's just recapping the game. How long? So it's 10:06. So it's going to finish likely 8 o'clock. Depending on if the game goes to extra time or penalties. The fuck? So it's the fucking remote's acting up a little bit. Shit, the Euros.
It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. The Euro starts 11th of June across the BBC.
Can't wait.
It's been a long time coming, but it all starts 3 weeks on
Italy,
Friday.
Turkey.
The
Might
opening
cover that.
game, Italy versus Turkey, is live on BBC One from 7 o'clock. We've got Wales against Switzerland on the Saturday, BBC One at 2 o'clock. Sunday, we're back
England,
at Wembley
Croatia,
for England's first group game against Croatia. Another 2 o'clock kickoff in that one. And then on Monday, Scotland face the Czech Republic at Hampden. Well, we've got 3 England internationals in the studio. And Alan, I believe you've selected your English starting lineup for the first game against Croatia.
Only because you didn't want to, because you're frightened of the criticism you'd get. And I was reliably told that you have to imagine that everyone is fit and ready to go. So went for Pickford in goal, and then obviously the back four. And there's going to be a big decision for Gareth to make, obviously, in his squad in terms of the right back position because of the quality we've got in that position. But Alexander Arnold would be the one that I would go for.
Henderson's not played for a long time, though.
I know he hasn't. No, but he's got another couple of weeks to try and prove his fitness, which he'll have to do, because I don't think the manager will be prepared to take too many gambles, having been in that position himself before. Mount, as we said before the game, I think he's a guaranteed starter, as will Foden. I'm hoping, because with the ability of those two, Harry Kane and Sterling as well.
There'll be a lot of people who will
go on piling, guys. Everyone else at home is.
I kind of want to put Calvin Phillips there because we haven't seen enough of Henderson. I want to put Calvin Phillips there.
And then,
is that it?
Is that?
Yeah, I'd probably have Trent in there as well.
It's very different. Also, the formation. I mean, the thing is, Gareth's going to have to make some really difficult decisions. For the first time, I think, in a generation or two, we've got an abundance of talent. Yes. England has got an abundance of talent, and he's going to have to make difficult decisions. But perhaps, actually, for the first time in a tournament, he'll be able to rotate rest players and only play players in form.
Yeah, you can. You mentioned it. The quality of players that Gareth has at his disposal is unbelievable. You know, we didn't even talk about Reece James there. You know, could you play 3 at the back with Reece playing as he's playing today, with Trent a little bit further up the pitch? You talk about Mount, Foden, the quality of the players.
Yeah, sorry, it's a bit stuck, a little stiff, the buttons, because we've still got, how many minutes? We haven't got long. What's on the way to home? Why are they showing us? That's for like fucking 35, nearly close to 35 years old. Why do they bring this? Jesus Christ.
My part in the squad, in the team.
Who's on the bike there?
I think that's Stuart Pearson. Is that Pearson?
All right, that's enough of that. Get rid of it. Absolutely out of order. Anyway, let's move on quickly. This is by far the biggest event staged so far in relation to the return of fans. Kelly's with Sports Minister Nigel Huddleston for an update on how important today will be in terms of looking forward to the Euros.
What a welcome sight and sound it is, Gary, to see almost 22,000 supporters back inside Wembley Stadium for this showpiece event of the season. Something that we, of course, want to see more of as we gradually ease our way out of lockdown. And Nigel Huddleston has played a key part in getting us to this point. Firstly, Nigel, how do you feel today seeing a crowd of this magnitude?
Sorry, it's just talking shit for the next, for the next 15 minutes, man. Holy shit, man. Just correct. Okay. What the fuck? Now they're just producing old music videos from 20, 30 years ago. It's like, I know that's like old. Ian Wright. What the fuck? He can't fucking sing. Alan Shearer. It was some Chinese. Looks like he's holding like a chopstick. Drinking orange zero, Tesco brand orange zero, without any. Yeah, only a little bit of sugar. Who gives a fuck? This is gonna be hard. Fuck's sake.
It sounded like Seal. Alan sounded like a seal. That's for that England video. Who persuaded Nick Harper to take part in that? It's going to be Chelsea to get themselves going. And to maybe get this cup final going, it needs a spark.
Yeah, it definitely needs something, but I don't expect to see it early on in this half. I think that both teams would be more of the same, feeling each other out. I definitely agree with the lads, though. I think that Leicester themselves would have gone in there at half-time and tried to figure out a way they can get the ball into their forwards more, get a little bit higher up the pitch.
Team boards are just on the bottom of your screen now. No further changes made by Thomas Tuchel nor Brendan Rodgers. Just that one first-half substitution. Mark Albrighton came on for Johnny Evans. Jorginho. No saves to make for Kepa Arrizabalaga. No Kasper Schmeichel. Albrighton. Iheanacho, who lacked his usual sharpness in the first 45 minutes. Jorginho plays it against Albrighton for Chelsea's throw-in. Kante. So, and a bit of a hack at it. Iheanacho. Kante. To use the pace of Werner. It drifted away though, drifted kindly for Soyuncu. Stanya. Leave it to Jorginho, challenged by Vardy. Fofana couldn't get
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's Werner. Three supporting. Good running from Mason Mount.
Nobody's there.
All the way.
Corner.
Wesley Fofana did his job as he's done all game so far.
Yeah, he was there again. Wesley Fofana. Been solid at the back. Just misjudged the timing of his jump there, but the recovery was good. With a little bit of help from Castagna, but he sees the run there from Mason Mount and just bides his time. Wins the ball.
He's German manager in an FA Cup final. 2 weeks' time. Lead Chelsea up for the Champions League final. First manager to reach successive Champions League finals with different clubs. Mr. Bayern Munich with Paris Saint-Germain last August. Non-stop big footballing occasions keep on coming. We've got the playoffs coming, the Champions League final, and then there's the Euros. They're hopefully enjoyed by healthy crowds. Healthy.
It'll be a lot. Not a lot, but that'll be
so Inshu down.
Both about 600, 12,000.
Go into that with a little bit of gusto, and he's hurt himself in doing that.
You know, they try to keep it safe. You know, I think it's we're on the right step to get City fans back. It's slowly getting back. This world's getting back to normal. It's not going to be. It won't be the same again. It'll take time. It'll take time.
Absolutely solid, that man. Good shin pads.
So Inshu. And there is Kante. Once again. There's the turn back by Kelechi Iheanacho. Jorginho now under pressure from Tielemans. Leicester possibly just squeezing a little bit higher up the field now. That's a good tackle by Fofana on Marcus Alonso.
Oh, wrong one. The second.
Oh,
is that? Oh, that's a good clearance by Kepa. I don't understand why he's not playing Mendy. I'd rather play Mendy over Kepa. He's shit.
Great tackle by Tielemans. Some great tackles you've seen today, by the way. Couple from Fofana on there from Tielemans. That's defence. Full drive. Yeah, the game needs something. It needs something like that. Just around a little bit.
A chance, an effort on goal.
You're right back. Need a piss.
Ziyech. Marcus Alonso. Away from Tielemans, who slid through. Chelsea aren't happy with that. He felt the ball was there to be won, and Michael Oliver's all right with that.
I think he's read the situation quite well, Michael Oliver. Things a foul. That's just about it.
We expected this at some point sooner rather than later, and the knock to Perez will maybe just have hastened Brendan Rodgers' chat with James Maddison.
Yeah, he'll just be going through, what he expects of him, the things that he's seeing, where he can expose Chelsea and their flaws.
Kante kept it away from Ndidi. Has a more open feel about it. Jermaine has just hinted at, if there are gaps to be found, he is a player well equipped to find them.
I just think he'll give them more possession as well. He's just better on the ball. Whether it's Perez or Iheanacho that comes off, we'll soon find out. But he'll drop a little bit deeper, he gets on the ball, and he will help Leicester get up the pitch, which they've struggled to do all game, because Chelsea have nullified that.
Still chewing the ball. Indeed, he carries it into Chelsea territory before losing it to Kante. Mount starts the drive. Stanley stalls the progress. It's to Quetta. Jorginho to Kante.
That's a good one.
Kante waiting behind the line.
Oh,
the header is
that's a good header by Alonso.
Kasper Schmeichel to catch, not save.
Really good bit of play though from Chelsea. Done well in those little spaces there. Ball from Jorginho spot on, and We've seen Alonso pop up at the back post for Chelsea over the years, and he's always a goal threat. It's an easy one for Schmeichel in the end.
And it will go down as a goal attempt on target.
One shot on target.
And Thomas with the Leicester throw. Soyuncu. Thomas. Over Vardy. There's Mount. He's going to make Kepa be decisive with his kick. Side Werner. Offside Werner, 2 words that just trip off the tongue. Too often. That will be something that I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will work with him next season. Nacho. Tielemans. Chasing the cross into the box. James had to react. Leicester fans react to it.
Yeah, his fist bumps all around for the back. They know how good a ball that was from Yuri Tielemans, and Reece James was so alert to it.
Yeah, let's change it to blue. 1 second.
Jamie Vardy wants it across the keeper, but the credit to Reece James has been brilliant.
So far, he's coming up for this. Let's soon choose positioning.
Yep.
Very casually and confidently wandered into the Chelsea penalty area.
Is there a good corner? Oh, that's a good
James
chance.
header out. It's
What
all
was that?
Tielemans.
Good cross. Ooh, that's a
That
good
was
clearance.
Marcus Alonso. It's got the other side of the flag. It's going to be a throw, but Leicester
Yeah, it's
continue to
blue
put the pressure on.
because
Yeah, it's another
you
good
got
ball
two
from
teams playing
Tielemans.
blue.
He's got
Yeah,
the
let's
time, but can he deliver?
Clark red, some kind of red.
Soyuncu was just the yard off it, otherwise he'd be
Yeah, the
flying over the top there.
blue, dark
I
blue.
think it was Alonso.
Actually, no,
He did really well.
Thomas.
Leicester. I think they'll want to do well next season in the Champions League. I
Rolling
don't
it in
think they'll
towards
probably get like
Nacho.
last
Not
16.
Reece James here.
I
It's
don't
gonna
think
go
they'll
down.
fall.
Does just keep the ball in play. Only just. Ziyech. James. Back with Thiago.
Oh, by the way, I didn't like start from the beginning because
Fowler has a glance to
sleep,
check out Schmeichel's
you
positioning
know,
and
kind of
finds it.
forgot and missed about really the whole of the first half. So, you know, the next live reaction will be a couple of weeks' time. You know,
Yeah, Nacho.
live reaction to the opening match of Euro 2020, Italy, Turkey. That will be
Chelsea
8
Field,
o'clock. So
unfortunate to get a
probably
free kick.
start
Yeah, I
to
think he is.
do probably
I'm sure it's the free kick
7:45.
at all.
You know, 7:30, 7:45 until the kickoff starts.
More urgency from Brendan Rodgers' team.
Not reacting to all the games, but some of the games. Some of what games kind of good.
Speaking before the game, the Leicester boss saying that this is a game where you can create a legacy, you can write your own stories. The page is blank for somebody. Mount. Rudiger. Vardy thinks about cutting off the route back to Kepa. Arrizabalaga. Soyuncu. Thiago Silva. Werner watching the ball over his head.
Not
Fowler's
really
laid on the
there.
ground and Schmeichel's going to let it go.
I think it's time for Thomas Tuchel maybe to have a little think as well about, the top end of his pitch. He's got Christian Pulisic, Kai Havertz, a couple of players that will be watching on thinking, I can have an influence on this game.
Up in the air, and it goes behind for a throw. Signs of it stretching. Vardy's doing that. Yeah. Werner's trying to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to open up a little bit.
Nacho. Stopped by Marcus Alonso, who puts it out for a throw. Yeah, Christian Pulisic for Chelsea was running the show against Arsenal in last year's final until he got injured. Had a great start to the match.
Yeah. It'd be fair for them both to be asking the question at the minute. I mean, Ziyech's not done much. Werner's had his chances.
And you've got Olivier Giroud, Mr. FA Cup winner.
So.
Albrighton played it against Marcus Alonso. This is a good spell for Leicester City. They need to fashion some sort of opportunity before it comes to an end.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. They've not tested Kepa all game. He'll be sat there thinking, he knows how solid his defence is, and going to stand up in this little moment here.
Nacho. It's good work that from Mark Albrighton, and he's forced another corner, and the Leicester noise level rises a little bit more. Attacking their end now. And doing more of the attacking in the match.
The players are responding to the fans. They're the loudest in here at the minute, the Leicester fans, and we're winning that ball into the box.
Something different. Perez. Tielemans hasn't worked for Leicester. Kante. Werner was the only option, and he tried to beat Thomas early, and it didn't work out for him. Albrighton.
Is it a good one? Oh, I've already missed it. You missed that header, man.
James to Mason Mount. Johnny Evans. Not too frustrated at the moment, but this cup final didn't even last a half. It's a nice bit of retaliation in the singing stakes from the Chelsea and trying to lift their team in blue. That's Fofana putting it out. Christian Pulisic is getting some final instructions before he comes on. Pulisic, Maddison, two potential game changers await their moments.
Now playing. No. Where's Kante?
Kante.
Going forward.
That's Pilaqueta.
Nice. That is very
wrong part of his feet.
man. Should have crossed it.
Yeah, it's a good driving run from N'Golo Kante. Not seen enough of that from him. Nothing you can do with that. To pull a ball into the box.
Perez. Vardy. Thomas. Fofana. A bit lucky that Werner wasn't any closer. Castagna. Call for Kepa was leave it. Thiago Silva decided he didn't want to. James. Perez stopped it. And Tielemans is going to hit it.
Oh, that's a good goal. Holy shit, that's a good goal.
What a shot
What
from
a
Yuri
brilliant, what a thundering strike by Tielemans, man. What a thundering strike.
And what did he do with it next? A strike worthy of any FA Cup final. A strike worthy of any big occasion.
Well, I think the Chelsea fans think there was a handball in there. I think just here when Reece James plays that there, they think that's handball off the Jose Perez. I'm sure it'll be checked, but that's not what Tielemans was thinking. He was thinking, you want to back off me? Deal with this. What an absolute strike that is. Head down, laces through it, top corner in the FA Cup final. Beautiful strike from a brilliant player. Boom! No way Kepa's getting anywhere near that.
The best player on the field has finally brought a flash of brilliant light to the match. That's what it means to supporters of a club that haven't been in this game for 52 years. Chelsea 0, Leicester City 1. Don't go anywhere now. This game is well and truly on.
Oh yeah, this game's going to light up properly now. Chelsea are not going to go away.
Oh, Ziyech.
It's going to be a corner.
That's gone.
Didn't have the chance to wait for it to come down as far as he wanted it to, but he did get a half block off a defender.
Well, those Chelsea fans will be hoping that that's live in the muck. As you have to say, in this second half, they've not really got going, Chelsea.
Ziyech, he's looking for Mason Mount. Fofana made the effort to get there and head away. James. Jorginho. Ante misplaces the pass. James is unable to keep Chelsea on the ball. Tielemans. Castagna. So, a bit of awkward tying together between Iheanacho and Rudiger. Look at the increase in pace in Chelsea's play now.
Yeah. Everything's just sharpened up a little bit. But it needed to. It was offering nowhere near enough. I'll say that about both sides, if I'm totally honest. I think that, you know, we mentioned Tielemans being the best player on the pitch so far, and we've got to warrant that statement. It was absolutely phenomenal, but the game needed something like that.
And Jorginho. It was won by
Castagna. Oh,
he's going to let Schmeichel deal with it.
Yeah, it'll be offside.
There is an East Midlands symphony ringing around Wembley now. It's wonderful to hear. Apologies to Chelsea supporters who won't think that. Just to hear a goal greeted by that noise was excellent too. As we look back at what Chelsea were unhappy about.
Boom! That is a cracker.
On Perez leg onto his arm.
Boom!
Led to the break for Tielemans. Take nothing away from the way that he scored. Changes. Same change that Brendan Rodgers was always going to make. Kelechi Iheanacho is off. Won't be able to add to his FA Cup goals tally this season.
Ziyech
He
is
goes
off.
for James Maddison to come on.
Christian Pulisic.
Two Chelsea changes as well. Pulisic for Ziyech. And Ben Chilwell has come on against his old team.
And then here,
Marcus
West
Alonso.
I don't think any of those players that have gone off can argue they've not had an influence on the game or anywhere near what would be expected.
That's Pilaqueta. It's a Leicester throw. I thought it was. The assistant referee thought it was. Michael Oliver didn't.
I think he just got a nick. It was off Maddison or Thomas.
Chilwell. Chilwell's getting stick from the Leicester City supporters. They haven't done that to N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, harsh.
Yeah,
Really
I don't know why they did that because
Pulisic.
right is Chelsea Queen. He never got booed by Leicester fans. Now,
Chilwell.
see?
Jorginho. That's Piliqueta. Kante. Jorginho. Chilwell. James. Rudiger.
Not finding it easy, Chelsea, at all. It's a bit stagnant the way that they're playing. There's not much flow to it. Need more runners going forward.
Pulisic. James to Thiago Silva. Werner. Saw that Mount was on the move.
It was better for Mount, though. The runs that are going to hurt teams.
Jorginho. That's twice that Fofana has stepped across at just the right time to stop the ball reaching Mason Mount.
He's been everywhere.
Pulisic. That's Piliqueta.
Oh,
It's Mount.
oh, he's lucky.
Foul.
Well, there was a moment there he was thinking penalty, but in fairness to Mount, he wasn't looking for it. Soumchi did the smart thing and didn't swing his leg at it. Easy decision for Michael Oliver in the end.
Stanya. It's just gone out of play. Huge 20 minutes ahead in the history of Leicester City Football Club. Stanya is hurt.
It was a huge 20 minutes ahead in terms of the rest of Chelsea's season as well.
Reece James. Jorginho's pass was a misplaced one. Tielemans. Michael Silva gets the better of Vardy. Jorginho. Pulisic. Trying to let it go for the corner.
Chelsea slowly trying to make something happen in this game.
So James delivering. Silva was waiting for the chance to knock it back towards goal. Back towards Chelsea's own goal. And Kante has to go all the way to Kepa. Jorginho. James. Pulisic. It's Piliqueta. It was stopped by Thomas. It's a Chelsea throw. Huge concentration levels required of Leicester City's midfielders and defenders here. It's Piliqueta. Kante. Maddison. Fouled by Piliqueta, who acknowledged his guilt.
Yeah, it's nothing more than that. It's just late. It's Piliqueta. Have a look at this goal from a different view. I mean, they back off and they back off He doesn't disappoint. Yuri Tielemans in the Leicester end. Fans back in the stadium. They couldn't have wished for more. Look at that.
Wonderful Wembley scenes for Leicester, not for Chelsea.
But Chelsea are the experienced team. They've been here, they've done it before. They know how to get back into these games. They've just got to find a way.
James. Thomas. To really climb high to get his head to the ball, and there is a clash of heads. That's Piliqueta and Luke Thomas, the players down.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a Chelsea change in a moment. Kai Havertz is coming on, and I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is ready as well.
And I think this is a good shout from Thomas Tuchel. I think the balls that are coming into the box, they need an aerial presence in there, someone who can get on the end of something. Kai Havertz has got beautiful feet and the way that he plays, but he can get you a goal.
Just take the time to remind you about Match of the Day tonight. BBC One at 10:20, BBC One Scotland at 11:20. Premier League games going on today, and then there's FA Cup highlights to follow on this game 11:20 and 12:20 in the morning in Scotland. And then during the week, with lots still to be decided at the top of the Premier League, 2 midweek Match of the Days for you.
It's going next week, the Premier League season finish. They start, but finish.
So Chelsea changes. Kai Havertz is on. Callum Hudson-Odoi is coming on, and Jorginho and Cesar Azpilicueta are the players to have made way.
So it's got to be, I say next week, next week. Most of them on the
Yeah, this is all out attack now. Hudson-Odoi come out into this right wing back position. He's got Chilwell who's going to want to get him flying forward as well. Leicester are really going to have to be on their game here. Brendan Rodgers got a bit of thinking to do. Make sure his team's organised ready for these changes that Thomas Tuchel's brought to the table.
Just need to make sure of his Luke Thomas hasn't suffered any sort of concussion. Taking their time, and Brendan Rodgers has got the signal that he will be okay to continue. 19 years old, playing an outstanding match in the FA Cup final. It is the stuff that dreams are made of.
Yeah, and he's grown and grown as the game's gone on. He's a young man.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, pushed by Ndidi. Only 20 himself, a Chelsea substitute. Time for him to make his mark. A little bit between James and Maddison. James tells him to back off. And now puts the ball in. And trying to hedge yet another one away. James to Chilwell.
Chilwell's getting food.
Kante. Hudson-Odoi. Pulisic. Kante.
Cross.
There's the chip.
Oh, that's a good save by Schmeichel.
He got across superbly. It was Kai Havertz's header, and he was going in. Was it Chilwell?
Yeah.
It was Chilwell who got up above Havertz.
Oh, he hit the post.
The fans have been booing since he come onto the pitch, and just looking at it hit the post. It's a big save from Schmeichel. Big save. Just to get something on it. Get it onto that post or whatever, but
it's Fofana. Lifted away. Proper save made in the match.
Yeah, you know what, though? First time Chelsea actually got some numbers into the box and gave that defensive three something to think about.
Söyüncü. Hudson-Odoi. Kante. Thomas, committed by Hudson-Odoi.
Anyway, so who's that? Hudson-Odoi?
I'm not sure he did too much wrong there. Hudson-Odoi.
Rodgers is preparing one of those insurance subs. Yeah. A nervous ending for Top. Iowa Srivadhanatava, the owner and chairman of Leicester City. There's another emotional side story. Stanya and Albright close together. Just about sorted it out. Evans, Chilwell, onto Werner.
Oh, no.
Thrown to across, and despite the slip, he has got it into, well, okay, if not Zev. Rudiger. James. Yep. Foul by Madison on Pulisic.
We're doing well with that, Chelsea. He's drawing fouls. This time decide to play short.
Counter. Rudiger. Counter.
Cross
Mount.
it.
Across the blocking. Hudson-Odoi's picked up the spare ball very quickly to get the game moving very quickly too. Mount.
Oh, that good block.
Soyuncu.
That's a big chance. Mason Mount to find someone there. You see why this change has been made. They're getting into positions to put the ball into the box, but not really believing there's anyone to go and attack it. But we know this man will. He's done it before, as you said, Guy.
4 times an FA Cup winner in Olivier Giroud. Once with Chelsea, 3 times with Arsenal.
Wes Morgan.
2 Leicester changes. Hamza Chowdhury and Wes Morgan coming on. Wes Morgan's last appearance was on the 10th of December against AEK Athens in the Europa League.
There's nothing to say this wouldn't be his last. Been monumental for that football club, and it is arguably the 10 biggest minutes he's had in a Leicester shirt.
And straight away into the middle of that defence to organise it through to the end.
So winning that league title was one thing, but being the experienced head back there trying to hold it all together now.
It's not going to trouble Schmeichel, and it wasn't a good decision made by Antonio Rudiger.
And it's the second one he's had today. And I said earlier on that Leicester would be delighted if he keeps doing
minutes.
that.
And yeah, you got Alan
But be more patience.
So
He's asking for a little bit more from his team, more positivity, keep
that'll
believing.
be a good upset. Didn't they never won the FA Cup?
They left it late last weekend in the Premier League, winning at Manchester City.
If they win this, they want every dramatic
It's all about it now. It's made his changes.
You know, the Premier League champions, multiple-time League Cup winners, multiple-time League Cup winners. Now they just added the FA Cup in that feather cap.
Counter.
They're down with 8 to 7 minutes to go. Unless they get another one.
Well, he's sufficiently close to Rudiger to make sure he couldn't go forward.
He's worked his socks off, Vardy. Then he's hardly had a kick today. He just doesn't stop running.
James. Chilwell. Not just be able to hear furious instructions coming from Thomas Tuchel, directed to Mason Mount. Pulisic. He was always falling. There's Giroud.
Oh, he missed it too well.
The outlet wasn't there.
It's kind of been the story of Chelsea's second half. It's just never got going. It only takes one moment for them to get themselves back into this game, but as it stands, who's going to be that person? He won't want that, but they desperately need it.
Nervous Chelsea supporters, nervous Leicester supporters, kissing the badge, biting the badge. And Vardy running at Thiago Silva.
Oh, Vardy!
Thiago Silva has to put it behind. Through the veterans.
There's the one man you don't want on your shoulder in that type of situation. In the end, Thiago Silva did really well.
Battle between the player of Milan and PSG and Chelsea. And he was getting nipped at and bitten at by Halifax, Fleetwood and Leicester's Jamie Vardy. Tielemans over everybody. Chowdhury. Touch from Vardy, touch behind for a goal kick. Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi.
5 minutes.
It has to be a one-way Chelsea charge. Some man thought it equalised.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good
Wonderful
save. Wonderful save.
It's a beautiful strike, and what a save from the captain.
James puts it in. It's Pulisic who stooped. That's kept in.
Oh!
Loses it and gathers before anybody in blue can be close enough.
He's had two huge moments in this game, and he sets himself perfectly. But look at that. Gets a strong left hand to it, tips it round the post. The strike's crisp from Mason Mount. He must think it's in. That's heroic. It really is from the Leicester City captain.
What a hand! That is right up there. Might not be quite Jimmy Montgomery 1973, but it's
like, oh
one
my
of the
god,
best in the
almost
Wembley Cup final. Yeah, it was special. When you take into account the state of the game, the score of the game, he's just kept Leicester winning the game, winning the cup final for the first time ever.
And if they manage to get it done, I think that's what the difference will be. I just think two of Man have been better on the day, Leicester. Chelsea has had one or too many players just not quite at it. And the front three that started, Ziyech, Werner, Mount, couldn't quite get it going.
James. Hudson-Odoi.
There's minutes left to make amends for these Chelsea players. And the quality is there.
Thiago Silva. Chilwell is flying.
Oh, Chilwell there! Oh my God!
And it's in! Chelsea make sure the story doesn't end there. What a run from the former Fox Ben Chilwell. He caused the problem. Leicester couldn't get it away. And 2 bounces later, it's 1-1.
So the run's brilliant, but the ball's even better. Is he onside? I think maybe just, it's going to be tight. I think Mark Albrighton just switches off at the wrong time. Now look at the ball from Thiago Silva. Absolutely brilliant. There's nothing Sionchu can do about that.
What? No?
But this is going to be...
This is offside?
This is tight. What a moment this is for VAR.
This is massive.
Oh, isn't that not?
This really is
a non-goal by West
VAR's biggest moment.
You can't call this with a naked eye.
And when the lines are put in, the verdict is no goal.
Holy shit!
Chilwell. Here's Brett offside.
Holy fucking shit, man!
Leicester fans trying to cheer again.
Holy fucking crap, man!
I've never seen anything like this, guy. That's unbelievable. Leicester fans are going wild. I mean, what is that? It's millimetres.
Like, look at the Chelsea fans.
I mean, I've not liked it all season long. I really haven't. God, but Leicester fans, as you heard from their reaction, they don't care right now.
The contrast there were astonishing. Maddison. Vardy. He's offside.
5 minutes to go.
Chelsea free kick, and that was a little bit unnecessary from Reece James. Jamie Vardy's not bothered. He's got a big smile on his face, look.
Been in the game long enough, Jamie Vardy.
5 minutes added on. We've nearly played one of those. Incredible drama. Oh. Just incredible. Late on in the FA Cup final. There might be more to come. Pulisic gets away from Chowdhury's desperate attempt. Rudiger. Giroud. Nothing on it. Schmeichel can let it go. Leicester can eat up a few more seconds.
It just shows, doesn't it? I mean, we know that we miss the fans, but that moment with fans in the stadium, I mean, that was remarkable. Absolutely unbelievable.
That needed fans. More than anything else, that needed fans. The reaction in the Chelsea end, followed by that of the Leicester supporters. Well, that's added to it. Let's put an extra layer on the drama. 3 minutes to go. Still 1-0 Leicester. The fans around the ground say Fox is never quit, but Chelsea won't either. With every decision that holds up the game, the opportunity for them to level it up goes a little further away. They were there. They'd equalised and they'd celebrated it.
And we've seen them all season long, haven't we? There's been complaints up and down the country when those have gone against teams, but when they go for you, as I've seen today, there's no feeling like it.
And there's disbelief writ large across Leicester faces too. They've never been here before. This is an alien position to every Foxes fan, no matter what their age. Indeed, Vardy. Maddison calls for it. Vardy lets it go for a corner. A big smile to the supporters behind the goal. His journey's nearly complete. The full FA Cup journey.
9 minutes, 2 minutes. Shit. It's not Chelsea's day.
Nobody's done that before.
Right. Corner.
Tielemans.
No, that's fucking stupid.
Off Madison, it's Chelsea's ball.
Into the final minute.
Look at the emotion in this stadium today. This is what football's about. Rudiger with the launch. Soyuncu got the better of Giroud. Madison with a run at Thiago Silva if he wants to. He wanted to find Vardy. Hudson-Odoi. Havertz. Vardy across with James. Kante. Moving towards last chance. Chelsea time.
In the dying minutes now.
Morgan's header out.
10 seconds.
James misjudged the bounce.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Rudiger.
3, 2, 1.
That was Soyuncu. Madison's beaten
No.
by James. For the first time ever, Leicester City winning the FA Cup. History is made on a momentous Wembley day. Four previous medals lost, but the class of 2021 has risen to the challenge. And having won the Premier League 5 years ago, they've now completed the domestic trophy circle. The greatest era in the history of this football club continues. Yuri Tielemans with a goal to grace and win any final played anywhere. There's a look to the heavens from top, thinking of his father, the late Kunbishai. There are so many emotions attached to this famous Leicester City success. Look at those scenes, Jermaine.
You can imagine the thoughts that are going through his head right now. And that picture represents it all. A fantastic football club. Got their special moment at Wembley. Look what it means to the fans and the players. To everybody involved in that football club. It's a really special day. The players turned it on when it mattered most. Some big performances out there. It really was. And they threw everything out there, all on the line, and won it for their fans.
Chelsea FA Cup final runners-up for the second year in a row. But this is Leicester City's day. It is the Foxes' time. Chelsea 0, Leicester City 1.
Wow, they've done it. 4 times they've reached the finals, 4 times they've lost. In Leicester's 137-year history, they've finally won. They've finally won the FA Cup. Leicester City have done it. Alan, save me, please.
Wow, what a performance, Gary. Well done, Brendan Rodgers. Well done, the owners, and well done, the team. Brendan had some big calls to make today, and he got every single one of them spot on. His players were absolutely outstanding. Tielemans with a brilliant goal. Fofana with so many blocks in there. Kasper Schmeichel, 2 unbelievable saves. What a performance. They deserve it. Well done.
To be honest, you know, you look at it, you see the sort of, we've seen that all season. If there's a team that you hope could have got a decision like that so they could go on to win the cup, you know, I have to say I'm quite pleased for Leicester today. We've been seeing those all season, but honestly, having the fans back in, that was amazing. I feel emotional for you, my friend.
And I can just feel the energy right here, innit? You know,
honestly,
celebrate with the fans.
Honestly.
Congratulations, Gary. Thank you, Ashley. Very happy for you, but I tell you what, this Leicester club,
for me, is a brilliant club. The fans have been brilliant. They've got a great manager and great players.
And I never, ever, ever want to hear you moan about VAR ever again with Lineker.
You won't, I promise.
Is that a promise?
I promise. Well, unbelievable. Fantastic scenes. Extraordinary for all the Leicester supporters here watching this. It's been such a long time. It's the one they've wanted. They won the title just a few years ago, of course. That was the biggest miracle of all. But this is also a trophy that has escaped them for so long, but it means so much. My dad went to all 4 finals. I wish he was still here. I hope he's watching somewhere. I hope so.
The players have done their football club proud today, Gary. Every single one of them has ran their socks off. They got the tactics spot on. They nullified a Chelsea team with a lot of ability in that team, and I know Kasper Schmeichel had to pull 2 world-class saves off, but for large periods of that game, they looked comfortable.
Brendan there is hugging Kasper Schmeichel, and Brendan Rodgers also becomes the first manager to win both the Scottish Cup and the FA Cup. He did it with Celtic, and the only other man to do that was Sir Alex Ferguson. Mason Mount went so close. That magnificent save, of course, from Kasper Schmeichel, who always rises to the big occasion. And a first domestic trophy in England, of course, as well for Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, delighted for Brendan Rodgers. You know, when he left Celtic to come to Leicester, you know that he knew that he had an unbelievable club with unbelievable owners and fantastic players. And for me, Tielemans, like
what a performance. And what an unbelievable goal as well to win a cup final.
It's an unbelievable goal. I remember Manchester City, that Mackenzie, I think his name was, hit one like that, but that was as clean as I've seen it. To be honest, it was a proper performance from him, a perfect performance.
And a thoroughly deserved hug from his manager there.
Yeah, that's right, you said. You know, some of these individual performances we see today, Wesley Fofana, I think Luke Thomas was brilliant at the back. And Yuri Tielemans, you know, it was unbelievable performance, great team, work ethic.
And do you know what, Ashley, also to come back from the loss of Johnny Evans, which would have disrupted the team, no doubt about that. Well done for him for giving it his all and trying, but he couldn't carry on. Then to react in the way they did.
Yeah, and a word on the owners, a massively emotional moment for him. His father was lost, obviously, in that helicopter crash 3 years ago. He's come in, he's carried on the great work of his father.
Well, you saw him have a little look up above and say thank you, because I'm absolutely delighted for the owners, because we've heard and spoken about owners of football clubs for so much in the last 4 or 5 weeks. This is how to run a football club. This is how to take part in the area, in the football club, take an active part in what the fans need and what the fans want, and understand that and play your part in that. And they've absolutely done that.
Brilliant, well said.
And there he is. He'll be remembered today by all the Leicester fans, and of course the players, the management, and his son Vichai. And there's Jamie Vardy. He wasn't the goal-scoring hero today, but he played his part. He worked his socks off.
Yeah, he did. I think you have to say Reece James done a good job. And I think that for me was a bit of a mistake from Tuchel. I would have played Reece James on the right because I think they lost that thrust.
We can hear from one of Leicester's heroes, their goalkeeper, their captain, Kasper Schmeichel, is with Kelly Summers.
Kasper, congratulations. I think we've just seen how much that means to you, running towards the fans. Can you even begin to tell how you feel? I'll come a bit closer. How on earth are you feeling right now?
I can't, I'm so happy, I can't begin to describe it. So I want to say hello to my kids, my wife at home. I love you guys. It's a shame we can't be together today, but wow, what a day.
What was that moment like at the end when you ran up to the fans to celebrate?
Amazing, undescribable. It's what dreams are made of. I've dreamt of this since I was a child. You know, we've talked about wanting to win trophies, and the performance today, the grit and determination. So proud of everybody. You know, everybody's contributed to get to the final. Everybody's played. Everybody's been sensational. All the team behind the team, all the medical staff, everyone just absolutely amazing. That's why That's why when you work together and you do things properly, you have an internal belief that's what we can achieve.
You mentioned there doing things properly. You spoke about it in the week. How much is this for the owners as well?
Yeah, it's exactly that. You know, we none of you will be able to see on the inside of our shirts. We have a picture of him, so he's always with us. Couldn't be shy, and obviously fits up. This is what we dreamt of. This is what we talked about so many years, and today, for the fans, look at it. It's just it's amazing. It's amazing.
Of course, Yuri will get the headlines for this one for his goal. But Yuri will get the headlines for his goal. But how big were those saves from you at the end?
I mean, Yuri, wow, what a finish! What a finish! You know, it's what I didn't even dare to celebrate because you know there's always going to be a VAR or something, so didn't dare to celebrate it. But yeah, what can I say?
And where can this Leicester side go from here? Does this feel like this is the beginning of something very special at Leicester?
Today is an amazing day. It's a great day. We'll enjoy it thoroughly. But we're training tomorrow. We play them again on Tuesday in a massive game again. So we, you know, like I said, today we enjoy it. Tomorrow we have to dust ourselves down. We can't really think about that anymore because you know they're a top class side. They're going to want revenge.
Casper, congratulations. Enjoy that trophy lift.
What a great captain he's been for Leicester City, and what about that man? Build him a statue. Build him a... What a strike. Apologies to Chelsea fans if I'm getting a bit carried away. I understand you know, it's hard when you lose a cup final, but you have won a few this century. So forgive me, actually.
No, I'm actually delighted for you, mate, and of course delighted for Leicester City Football Club, for Brendan Rodgers. I think, you know, the overall performance today, I think they deserved it. They defended well. Right at the end, backs to the wall, and then, as I mentioned, some great individual performances.
Lovely pictures there, the togetherness, Alan. That's what it's like. It's easier when you win, of course.
Well, they had to rely on that, Gary, in this game. They were under pressure for a lot of it. They didn't have a lot of the ball, so they had to stick together. It was a big disappointment in losing Johnny Evans midway through that first half, but they adjusted to it so well. And this team, they've got that about them. Not only that, but they've got some very, very good individuals in there as well who can produce that piece of magic like Tielemans did.
They were waiting for Vardy, and he didn't let them down, did he? He leapt in there in true Jamie Vardy fashion, and the celebrations started on the pitch in true style. They're certainly going on in the terraces as well at this end of the ground as they celebrate in front of their own supporters. Wonderful scenes, Ian.
You know something, it's the kind of thing that makes, this is when you feel like, for me, this is what it's about.
Goodness me, have we missed the fans.
Unbelievable. This is what it's about. This is what you dream about. This is like, for a club like Leicester as well, and everything what they've been through, what they've done, what they've achieved, I think it's fitting that they're able to do this in front of their fans. There's a togetherness and a bond that they have that is just amazing. So, you know, I mean, I couldn't be any more pleased for them, to be honest. I was delighted for
what was there? About 6,000 Leicester fans in
Feels
here,
like more.
and we're stood above them, and we've sampled the atmosphere that they've produced this afternoon, and it was really good to be a part of. It was such an exciting afternoon for them.
His Royal Highness is waiting. I'm not sure the players are. The Chelsea players have stood there, sad-faced at the other end of the pitch for quite a while. Brendan Rodgers is getting the box, and so he should. What an incredible job he's done with Leicester City in the 2 or 3 years or so he's been at the club.
I tell you what, now you look at
there's the owner.
You look at the Chelsea players, and it's something that they need to drink this in and realise that this is not the feeling you want. But like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Leicester because I'm delighted for them.
It's back-to-back defeats for Chelsea in cup finals. Actually, not an experience you knew, of course. But they've got a massive, massive game. Well, not just against Leicester on Tuesday, but a Champions League final.
Yeah, they have 3 cup finals, basically. You know, if they want to finish in the top floor, if they want to win the Champions League, if they want to defeat a tough Leicester team, which, you know, now out of 7 meetings they've not won. It's, you know, they've got to pick themselves up and go again. Can't feel sorry for themselves. But again, delighted for Leicester. Chelsea have to go again and try to pick up.
They were really flat today again, actually, weren't they? You saw them in midweek against Arsenal as well. They were pretty flat then. I know he's made changes to the team. Sometimes in doing that, then you sometimes lose the rhythm that you've collected over a period of time.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, is it the same team as you know, of Frank Lampard? You know, there was many opportunities when Frank was here where they controlled and dominated the game, but just couldn't finish it off. And again, the last couple of weeks seemed to be, you know, the same.
Okay, well, it's very much Leicester City's day. Let's join the celebrations and the presentation with Gary and Jim.
Thank you, Gary. We'll let you have a moment as the Leicester City players of today enjoy theirs. It's a little bit different, of course, with COVID protocols still in place. They have to collect their own medals. And only after they've done that and the trophy is presented can the rest of the backroom staff come and really get stuck into the celebrations. Every single Chelsea player has stayed to watch and to make sure they're not in this position again in 2 weeks' time when they face Manchester City in the Champions League final. So much still for them to go for this season, not least on Tuesday when they host Leicester in the Premier League for a top 4 battle royal. Great for Wes Morgan to get on the field again at long last, and the ball went in off him. Prince William just points out to him that you can't shake hands just yet. And it's Kasper Schmeichel who will be the lucky player to get his hands on the FA Cup. 2021, the Chinese Year of the Ox in England, in the world's oldest and greatest cup competition. It is the year of the Fox. It is the year of Leicester City. FA Cup winners for the very first time. Super scenes, Jermaine.
Incredible moments, really is. I mean, I'm looking at Wes Morgan there. I watch Wes play.
Oh yeah, I hope you enjoy this live stream.
And it's come all that way.
What's the bell? You know, slap the bell. You know,
the trophy, the Leicester City shirt.
My video.
Thoroughly deserved.
Yeah,
What a
so
season
much channel to for more wrestling videos, Marvel videos, live streams, and more. Yeah, congrats to Leicester.
We're in the European Super League, the Big Six.
Check you later.